We're almost rid of them.
A Tengu!
Tengu was flying! Tengu is a cheater!
Tengu, why are you helping the humans?
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Shogun sent people to steal our land!
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home.
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku yokai to work all night!
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Stay back!
Humans want to...
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't...
Servitude, enslavement. These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die
Truly?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years?
No idea. If Ioroi was still around, he would remember.
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. The festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die.
No. How could they do that?
Quiet! Or they'll...
What?
What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here! Hold on! We're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened to all of them?
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This yokai can speak.
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Bastama will be so upset. Bastama will eat us.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home.
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and...
But how do we get into the festival?
Bastoma is the best!
How about... we turn into those 3 yokai?
Traveler,
Are you all right, traveler?
Where?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai!
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
Oh, that explains all the boss tome of this and boss tome of that. Wait a second. Hitotsume... Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him?
It's the protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Hazel, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains.
Shogun, I bow before thee.
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a naku weed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to...
Sucker.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Ioroi! The humans really did kill you!
Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The kitsune spoke the truth?
This spell is Ioroi! Ioroi is alive?
Ioroi? The humans really did seal you away.
Wait, this must be Ginkaku and Tetsunosuke. You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kabuto Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Bake Tanuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground.
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power. It was the will of the great Bake Tanuki Kiichiro made manifest.
It restored our power. And then we made the human go, and by we tricked him and ran.
So you didn't...
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Bake Danuki...
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question, whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether, or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. A peaceful resolution was always the...
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the...
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad.
Besides, the Bake Danuki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Ioroi? It's a thief? Ioroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all a night.
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek.
Huh? We won? Go us! We're even better than Eoroy!
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bake Donuki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to?
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tigerbite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name, though she escaped the belly of the beast alive. That battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality. The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bake Tanuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chio's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a Jibakure, an earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chio set her sights on a target. But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way.
Mikoshi Chio is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains.
Who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Tanuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Tanuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with...
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... no. a 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travel.
Well, yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere.
Maybe they're hiding us trees? Or the wind?
Fools! The kitsune is clearly referring to the Baketanuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the...
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses.
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
She just usually doesn't compliment me to my face.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure, an enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plain of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a Little Fox's Daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, leave them to me. I know. I understand your concerns, just as you know mine. We need not say any more than that. Just get some rest and prepare yourself for the battle to come. One more thing. Thank you. Knights and aristocrats share. The same culture. Heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Hopefully everything goes okay. Do you think everyone completed their games? Let's go check it out.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
Oh, you're all here! Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner.
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should...
Ah, Captain. Swordfish 2, salute. To be honest, some Watatsumi Islanders aren't too concerned about the festival.
But if they knew it was for the captain of Swordfish 2, I'm confident everyone would be here in a heartbeat.
I never considered that angle. You possess wisdom beyond your years, Ccozy. On par with a certain other shrine maiden I know.
Mizuki! Did you get any sleep at all?
I'm fine. I will. The good news is the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the nightmare you and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday? Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone. Not anymore.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously. Yeah!
Don't you... You're right.
Oh, no. You two did all the hard work. Oh, when did you get here?
Just now. Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka.
Oh, you remember that. Well, Brother had everything covered. I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky, and we got stuck. Not that kind of jam.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand it, this is an extremely dangerous endeavor. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be careful.